Yeah, and have I got a treat for you today? You see, I'm on Skype with Terry Brock. I was talking to him a few minutes ago saying I really need an article. And he said, well, why not do it now using the magic of Skype? Because you'll be able to hear me on the audio track and then we can paste the video and you can see me. So, ladies and gentlemen, fresh from Orlando, here's Terry. G'day, Terry.
Well, hello there. Good day to you, Widow. And I send you greetings from evening here in Orlando for morning you there in Melbourne.
And Terry, as always, it's great to talk to you. And it's really great to sit here thinking that you're 10,000 miles away and I can see and hear you and you can show me the latest book you've read. Well, not the latest book you've read, the latest book you've listened to, because you're doing pretty remarkable things with iPad, aren't you?
Well, I'm having some fun with it. Matter of fact, I got my little iPad here, and anyone that has it knows, oh yeah, these things are incredible. The kind of things you can do with it, it's just growing exponentially. Right now, they have over 250,000 applications available, many of which are free. Some cost a little bit for it, but it's amazing, from reading books, listening to audios, watching videos, and a whole lot more you can do on the iPad.
Yeah, but Terry, aren't 249,000 of them games and time wasters?
Actually, no. Games are doing well, but the things that I like and that our listeners will like are things that help in business, making money. Like, for instance, one of the things I use, I've got mine here. I'm actually opening it up right now. There we go, and I plug it in, and you'll see one of the programs I've got right here is called Good Reader. Good Reader gives me the ability to put books on here, and I've got over 100 books that I have collected from the internet, that I have taken from my own personal collection. And when I actually had my assistant cut the pages out of the book with a X-Acto knife and then scan them and put them right here. And I'm a book lover. I know the book lovers out there, can you hear them going, oh, we could never do that. They're out there saying, oh, that's terrible. But
now you've got them to read.
What's that?
You've got to read every time. You've got them there.
Exactly. This time I can read it. I got to thinking, do I love the books because they look pretty on a shelf or because of the information that's there? And I can get the information there very easily. It gives me the ability to listen to audio, listen to video, and all kinds of other things. I'm staying in touch with the world and what's happening, tying into the internet, etc. Matter of fact, I got to tell you, I went down to Panama recently, and I like to go to Panama and be there for about a month or so. They speak Spanish. I'm trying to learn Spanish, but I don't know it, and I stumble through a little bit. But there's an application here called Jibago, and Jibago gives me the ability to use this. Here it is. You're going to Gibbibigo, and for those who are watching it on video here on the website for business marketing, they can see there's a place here where it says hello, and it's got the Australian flag right here. Down here it says hola, and it has it in Spanish. Now I can type in something, or I can listen to it either way. And I can listen to it. I'm going to hold it over here by the microphone, turn up my volume a little bit, and if I press this, it says hello. Obviously, we got that part down. But also, hola. And hola, which means that. But now what I can do is in English, I can say something like, watch me as I do this here. I'm going to press the red button, and then, good morning. How are you today? Okay, now when I do that,
for the benefit of listenns,
for a moment
he's
here.
saying that to his iPad.
And because I
just tell him what you're doing, Terry.
And it says, ¿Cómo está hoy? It came back and said that for me, translating it into Spanish and speaking it back in Spanish. When I was in Panama, I used this with many people there who do not speak English. I would speak in English, it would transcribe it in English, then transcribe it in Spanish, and speak it back audibly in Spanish for them.
So you could converse with people.
Yes, exactly. And you see, that's real business applications. Think of a salesperson who's got to make that communication. You got to connect. It's very good. Now, we're at a stage right now where it's good for very limited casual conversations. Is it perfect? No. There were many times it took 2 or 3 iterations to finally get it. And sometimes it didn't come through, so no problem. I would go to the keyboard and I would type in what I wanted to say in English, key by key, and then it would speak it back in Spanish for the person to hear.
Now, Terry, I'm not thinking of going to any Spanish-speaking country, and we don't have them too close to Australia. So show me something else it does for you that you reckon you couldn't live without.
Well, there's several other things here that are applications. One that I couldn't live without is Starbucks. Starbucks you got to have. And what I do is I tap this, and what it does is it brings up Starbucks for me. And I want you to think about how this can be used in many different applications. If I tap the stores, a map of Orlando just appeared on here with little dots everywhere there is a Starbucks located. So that if I say, gee, I'm going to go up here, I'll tap that one. It shows me there's one here in Orlando at the mall at Millennia. I'll press this, and what it does is it will give me the option to get directions. And look what's happening here on the screen as I do it. It draws a map.
He's getting directions.
It gives me the directions, step by step, turn by turn, how to get to that particular Starbucks at Millennia. Well, now think about it. A retail store could use this a lot, where you're able to tie in and show people how to get from where they are right now to that store. This technology already exists, and it's available. And so for the business marketing listener, I want you to start thinking about this. Think about, we know the technology exists. How can I get them to do that for my chiropractic practice? I want them to know how to come here, or I want to be able to show them video. I want to be able to show them there's ways that we can help people, show testimonials. All of this is now available through the iPad. It's one of those things, we don't have time to go into all of it right now, but it is changing the way that you and I compute and the way that we are doing business.
And Terry, just downloading movies you showed me. That's pretty simple and pretty easy, isn't it?
Yes, I subscribe to a service called Netflix, Netflix. Netflix gives me the ability for $8.99 a month. U.S. dollars. Of course, in Australian, that would be like 2 cents now with the exchange rate the way it's going. But I get unlimited streaming movies. Unlimited for that one price of $8.99.
And incidentally, with the provider you have, that doesn't seem to cost you more downloading those big movies.
Correct. In the United States, there is no additional charge. I pay a flat fee per month for a certain bandwidth. I'm getting 21, well, we just tested it tonight. And wherever I put that sheet, here it is. I was getting 21.74 megabits down, 1.19 megabits up. And that cost me approximately $50 US per month to have that speed.
And it's unlimited in what you download and upload.
Unlimited. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I can have a download running, and it would be no additional charge, no additional marginal cost.
Terry, by the way, where did you find that information? What's the website you go to see your download and upload speeds?
This is going to pay for the business marketing membership for a full year. Dear listener, write this down. It is speedtest.net. SPEEDTEST.net, speedtest.net, and it will show your speed right now at this instant from wherever you happen to be on the planet.
Wow. So, Terry, you wouldn't be without your iPad. My son says that all he needs now is his iPad and iPhone. He doesn't need a PC or a laptop. Is that about right?
You'll need it for a few things. I find that I use my iPad mainly now for most everything. It is my main computing instrument. I am still by the way, that little doo-doo-doo just was a little notice that came through from MSNBC with a news bulletin here. I've programmed that, and that's, if you're wondering what that little doo-doo-doo is, since we're doing audio and video here, that's what it was. But I do use my laptop computer, my MacBook Pro, for video and audio production. You would not use an iPad for video or audio production, at least not right now, but it's not designed for that. For reading books, for listening to audio, for watching movies, for translating from English to Spanish, use the iPad.
So you're a happy man, Terry Brock.
Yes, I'm easy. Give me an iPad, stock full of good apps, and I'm a happy boy.
Okay, Terry, what about your sign-off line?
Well, this is the way it is, using the iPad, and as always, this is Terry Brock reporting for Business Marketing from Orlando, Florida.